You don't just want to burn fat, you also want to build a lean, muscular physique, but you are being fed the wrong information. You see, typical online workout programs have you doing crazy chest days in which you completely destroy your chest muscles just once per week, or a back day in which you do all of your back exercises in one workout. Based on the scientific research and my extensive coaching experience, we get better progress when we train a muscle group 2 or even 3 times per week. I will show you exactly how you can elevate your muscle gains by training each muscle group more often, and be sure to stick around until the end of the video because I will also show you a program you can follow to get these benefits without having to spend more time in the gym. Essentially, you can benefit from having a higher training frequency per muscle group. Training frequency refers to how you organize your sets per muscle group throughout the week, and it is an underrated training variable. Instead of doing a chest day with 3 sets of 5 chest exercises, I recommend you divide these 15 sets of chest training into 2 upper body days. And the same goes for your back muscles. Do not perform all of your back exercises in one training day. Divide the back volume over 2 upper body workouts or even 3 full body sessions to get the most muscle growth benefits. There's also research supporting that a higher training frequency per muscle group enhances your gains. This 2015 study divided 20 male volunteers into 2 groups. The first group had a 3-day full body routine and trained each muscle group 3 times per week, while the second group had a typical body part split and trained each muscle twice per week. Both groups had the same number of sets per muscle group in a week and they spent the same amount of time in the gym. But still, the full body group that trained each muscle 3 times per week actually saw more muscle growth after 8 weeks. Another 2018 meta-analysis reviewed 22 studies and also found that training each muscle at least 2 times per week results in faster strength gains. So we clearly see in the literature that there is something with training a muscle more often per week that helps you get better results. And there are 3 specific benefits you get when you maintain a higher training frequency. The first reason we benefit from training each muscle 2 to 3 times per week is that you're able to perform better in your training. Let's go back to the example of doing 15 sets of chest training in a week. If you perform all 15 sets in one workout, the first 2 exercises or 7 to 8 sets of that session will be effective. But once you get to the 4th or 5th chest exercise, your chest muscles will already be fried and your performance suffers. To maximize performance on all of your chest exercises, divide these 15 sets over 2 to 3 training days. Now, I know that some people may enjoy training a muscle very hard just once per week and then they feel sore the entire week until their next chest or leg day. But let me remind you that the goal of your training is not just to make your muscles feel tired. You want muscular development. And to develop your muscles, you should focus on performance improvement. Lift heavier weights and do more repetitions while maintaining good form. Imposing greater demands on your muscles over time is what will make your muscles grow. The best way you can overload a muscle is when you are fresh and have good recovery in between your exercises. Training each muscle group 2 to 3 times per week allows you to have that good recovery. The second benefit is more theoretical, and that is related to how your muscle protein synthesis levels develop after training. Muscle growth basically happens when you synthesize more proteins than you break down. This is also known as a positive protein balance. After training a muscle, the protein synthesis rates in that muscle increase. This makes sense. If I train my leg muscles after the workout, my legs will start creating more new muscle proteins to help the leg muscles recover and grow back bigger. But here is the interesting part. Research shows that muscle protein synthesis rates stay elevated between 36 to 48 hours after training. So if you train your legs today, in about 2 days your legs have stopped growing. Why then wait for another full week before you start training your legs again? Clearly they are ready for a new stimulus. Design your workouts in a way that you can train each muscle 2 to 3 times per week and make muscle protein synthesis work in your favor. The third and final benefit from maintaining a higher training frequency is that you get to practice the compound exercises in your routine more often. Lifting weights is a skill that requires practice. If you only squat or bench press once per week, it will take you more time to progress on these exercises. When you divide your training per muscle group over 2 or 3 training days, you will be able to master the key movements in your routine faster. Just think about it. If you want to master a skill like playing the piano, you are not going to practice for 3 hours straight once per week. It's more effective to practice 1 hour 3 times per week to get better skill acquisition. Lifting weights is no different. If I do a barbell bench press on Monday and then a dumbbell bench press on Thursday, I will get more out of this than doing both the barbell and dumbbell bench on the same day. So you now know a higher training frequency per muscle group works. Let's look into some ways you can actually design a high-frequency training program. A popular training split for people that lift 3 times per week is to do a 3-day full body routine. With a full body routine, you train every muscle group in each workout you do, so every muscle gets trained 3 days per week. Check on the screen the 3-day example routine that I posted earlier on my YouTube channel. You can take this as a general guideline if you want to train 3 days per week in the gym. Alternatively, you can also have an upper-lower split mixed with full body. So then you have one upper body workout in which you train your chest, back, arms and shoulders, a leg day and a full body day that helps you train every muscle for the second time that week. For people that train 4 times per week, a good option is a strict upper-lower routine, in which you train your upper body 2 times per week and legs 2 times per week. I'll show you an example of this in a second. This is the training split I use myself, but you can also combine upper-lower with 2 full body days. In the case of mixing upper-lower with 2 full body days, every muscle group then gets trained 3 times per week. For the people that are highly motivated and find themselves in the gym 6 days per week, you can even do a push-pull leg split twice. So then you have 2 push days, 2 pull days, and 2 leg days per week. Remember that there's no one best workout split. There are many more ways you can organize your workouts. As long as you train each major muscle group with between 10 to 20 sets per week, train close to muscle failure on each set, and divide your volume into 2 to 3 sessions per week, you will see great results. As I promised in the beginning of the video, I also want to give you a clear training example you can use to start your effective training journey. I already showed you a 3-day example full body plan that you can check on my channel. But I also want to show you an example 4-day plan with this upper-lower split. If you check the screen, you can see 2 upper body workouts. Muscles like your chest and back are trained with about 12 sets per week in total. We also have good volume for the arms and shoulders. So this is a simple example you can use to divide your upper body volume into 2 workout days. Now it's time for the legs. On the screen now you can see 2 leg days. We have a balanced mix of quadriceps, hamstrings and glute exercises. There is overlap between these muscle groups. Altogether, each leg muscle also gets roughly 12 sets of volume with this training split. I want to emphasize that this is a generalized routine I created to help you get started. Everyone's training needs and experiences are different. So don't see this as the best training program. See this as a template you can customize further based on your goals. If you are interested in getting personalized guidance on your training and nutrition for the best progress possible, you can apply to my one-on-one online coaching service by visiting the link in my description, and I will be your personal coach walking you through every step of the way. The high-frequency training examples I just showed you, I made my client Nabil from Abu Dhabi follow a similar approach with an effective nutrition plan, and the results after 6 months speak for themselves. The same goes for Elias from France, who absolutely crushed it. And of course, Adalai, who completely transformed his physique in a bit over 6 months, is a great example as well. So if you are ready to level up your fitness, apply below, and we can set up a call to discuss your goals. That was all for today's video. I hope you now have a better understanding of how you can design your workouts to get the best progress. As always, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Here above, I have an awesome new video aligned for you, so go ahead and check that out. And I look forward to seeing you in that next video.